This whipped cream replacement is so easy to make and it only uses one ingredient. It's the perfect homemade whipped cream alternative, stable, and great for decorating cakes. First, we're just going to put the milk into a pot, and then we're going to turn the heat on high, and we're just going to let this milk come to a boil. We're going to let it boil for a while, about 5 to 10 minutes, and we're not going to stir it. After that, we're just going to turn off the heat, and we're going to let this cool down for a little bit. Once the milk has fully cooled, then we're going to get out a fork or a spoon and see the stuff that is kind of thick on the top. This milk skin is what we're going to collect. I'm going to take a fork, I'm just going to scoop that stuff off the top, and I'm going to collect it in another container. I'm going to set this aside in the freezer until I've collected enough of this. Any other creaminess that you see sitting on top of the milk, you can go ahead and use a spoon and collect that as well. I like to boil my milk in batches of 1 to 2 gallons so I can collect a lot of milk skin at once. Once you've collected enough milk skin, next is time for my special secret. We're going to get out a blender, and this actually does a lot in this recipe. We're going to add our milk skin into the blender, and then to this, we're just going to add a little bit of milk, about 5 to 6 tablespoons, and we're just going to give this a nice little mix until it is fully moisturized, and then we're just going to put the lid onto the blender and we're going to blend it. Now this part is actually very important. Did you guys hear that? The blender stopped cutting through the cream after about 30 seconds of blending. This is what you want. You don't want to over blend it, otherwise you might get butter. Now that we have blended the cream, there's still one last step that we have to do. We have to put this into a separate container and we have to freeze it for about 4 hours or until you see some little ice crystals starting to form inside of the cream. After that, we're going to put it into a container and we're just going to get a beater and we're going to beat this up until we get soft peaks. And then I continued to beat this cream until I got very nice and stable stiff peaks. This whipped cream is perfect for decorating cakes and it's amazing to use for all of your recipes. But wait, what if you want to make homemade whipped cream so fast? Well, I'm going to show you how you can make heavy cream in just 5 minutes. It's so easy and it only uses 2 ingredients. Okay, for this first recipe, we're going to need milk and butter. But before we continue, there's one thing that many tutorials online forget to tell you. If you're going to be making this first recipe, you're going to need to check the fat content of your butter. Your butter has to have at least 80% fat in it. If it doesn't have 80% fat, your whipped cream will either turn out runny, loose, and it won't be as stable as you like it to be for decorating and piping. If you're not sure what kind of milk to use or if you have the right kind of butter, don't worry, I put together an easy to follow small whipped cream guidebook just for you. It will help you to avoid common mistakes people make, and it has tips and tricks so that you can make perfect homemade whipped cream in 5 minutes every time. If you would like some extra help, check out the link in the description box. Okay, so now we're just going to put our butter into the milk, and on low heat while stirring, we're just going to slowly melt down the butter into the milk. But you want to make sure that you don't heat up the milk too much. We don't want to see any simmering or boiling action happening here. So now that the butter has fully melted down into the milk, we're just going to set this aside and we're going to get out a high-speed blender. If you guys don't have a high-speed blender, I'll put a link to some of my favorites for you guys to check out in the description box. Okay, now we're just going to add this mixture into the blender and we're going to blend it on high speed for about 1 minute, and you can go up to 3 minutes if it's not fully emulsified yet. So make sure that you guys also do find the lid to your blender and you're not being lazy like me, otherwise you're gonna get a big explosion. Anyway, now that it is fully blended, you can see that the milk and butter is now one. It doesn't separate and you don't get like a layer of butter on the top. And that's it, guys. The heavy cream is ready. Now, if you guys want to whip it up, here's how you're going to do that. First, we're going to have to let it chill, and to chill it, we're going to have to put a piece of plastic wrap on top, and we need to make sure it's touching the surface of the heavy cream just so that it doesn't form a skin while it's cooling down. After this, we're just going to chill it in the fridge for about 4 hours, but 24 hours is best for perfect whipped cream. Just to make sure that the whipped cream is nicely chilled because whipped cream does whip up better that way. After the whipped cream has been chilling for about 24 hours in the fridge, now you can see that it has thickened a little bit and it's not as runny as it used to be. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start the whipping process. To do this, we need to make sure that we have a bowl of like either ice or frozen peas. And then over that, I'm just going to put another bowl and we're going to pour the whipped cream mixture into it. Now, this is where patience is really important. It does take a little bit to whip up, about 5 minutes or so. So I'm just going to put in my mixer and on high speed, I'm just going to beat it until I get stiff peaks. But be patient with it because it does take a good minute. But if you do follow the instructions in this video, you should get perfectly stable and beautiful whipped cream. So just give it some time. If you guys are enjoying this video and you learned something from it, please make sure that you share it with your family and friends, and comment down below if you guys are going to try out this recipe. Make sure that you also give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you like to see more videos like this. Thank you guys so much. So now it's time for the fun part. We need to test and see how good this homemade whipped cream actually is. Does it pipe well? Is it very stable? That's what we're going to figure out right now. So I'm going to fill the piping bag with whipped cream and we're going to start piping some designs. And for me, this whipped cream actually was perfectly stable and it exceeded my expectations entirely. It's very stable and it holds up very well for swirls and small decorations, even big decorations. It's great for piping on cakes, and you can even use it in the middle of your cake layers and for ice cream or any other recipe that you guys would like to use it for. So if you guys have learned something from this video and if you enjoyed it, please make sure that you guys like and subscribe and keep an eye out for my latest videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.